Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make the succulent orb. We've got these in nice kits so you can make these at home. It's a lot of fun, but a very messy project, but a great thing you can do with your kids. I've got half started here, so I'm going to show you how to do the other half and kind of put it all together. What comes in this project kit that we offer at Ivy Trails is you're going to get your sphagnum moss, you're going to get a bag full of soil, you're going to get your metal frame, and 3 packs of hen and chicks, which are a really nice perennial succulent. So to create your project, you're going to start with your metal frame, and we're going to put a layer of the sphagnum moss. You want to soak this moss for about 10 minutes before you start this project so that it's nice and pliable versus being dry and hard to work with. So I got it nice and wet just like it was in the blog originally. And I'm just going to layer it in my frame about 1 inch thick. And what this is going to do is hold our soil in place. So we're just going to go around all the edges, and I'm kind of squeezing the water out a little bit as I go too, just so it's not so drippy and messy. And just feel around for holes as you go to make sure your soil isn't going to fall out later. And we want to keep the shape of it so we have a nice hole in the middle like that to hold our soil in there. So at this point, I can go ahead and add my soil. I like to pre-moisten my soil a little bit so that's also nice and pliable. And this is kind of tricky to water afterwards, so having moist soil is going to be beneficial all around. So you're just going to kind of pack that in, and then also concave it out at the top because your soil is going to settle a little bit afterwards, and you don't want to have too little soil in there. The more soil, the less often you have to water this. So if you're putting this outside, it's kind of nice because in summer when it's raining, you can just kind of neglect it, and that's all the water that it needs, especially with being succulents that like to be dry. So now that I've got my 2 sides created, you're going to see these come with some tabs on them. So I'm just going to kind of line up so my tabs on each side are opposite, so it's a little bit stronger. We've added that extra support wire, and we know it's not going to fall apart. Just use one, or I got my wires doubled up for extra strength, and we're just going to loop these through the top to create a hanger. And just twist it nice and strong there so we can hang our project. You can work with it hanging if you'd like, or just sitting down. But that's what it's looking like right now. Next, we're going to add our plants. We've got 18 total to put in here. Just kind of want to squeeze the bottom of your pack to get these out nice and carefully. They are pretty tough though. If they just all fall out, don't worry. And we've got pretty much 10 holes in each row and 18 plants. So you're pretty much going to be going every other hole. But keep in mind how you're going to be displaying this, because if it's going to be hanging up high and you're never going to see the top, you don't need to put any plants in the top. Or if you're going to be having it sitting on a pedestal, like the gazing ball pedestals work really nice to kind of set it in your landscape and display it that way, then obviously you're not going to need any of those succulents in the bottom row, so we can put them a little bit more frequently. So to plant these in here, all I'm doing is making a nice hole with my finger and pushing it in. If your plants are kind of root bound, you can break up the bottom too. It's good to help them get established. These ones aren't looking too root bound, so I'm not worrying too much about that. And I'm just going every other for a nice even look. And then that's pretty much it. You're just going to keep planting until you use up all your plants, and then you can hang it to display, or like I said, you can set it in the landscape on a nice stand like this. For taking care of your succulent orb, it is succulent, so they don't need much water. The easiest way, if it's getting real dry and it's been hot and sunny and no rain, to water this is actually to just dunk it in a 5-gallon bucket of water and leave it soak for a few minutes. Thanks for watching. I hope you have fun with your project.